Imagine you're driving home late at night, the road empty, the stars above you. Suddenly you see a light in the sky. It's not a plane, not a star. It's following you. It gets closer, bigger, brighter, until it's right above your car, a silent, massive object blotting out the night. This isn't the start of a sci-fi movie. This is what Betty and Barney Hill claimed happened to them on a lonely highway in New Hampshire, back in September 1961. Their story would become the first and arguably the most famous alien abduction account in modern history. What happened on that dark road that would change their lives and our perception of the unknown forever? The Hills were an ordinary, respected couple. Betty was a social worker, Barney a postal worker. They were returning from a vacation in Canada, driving through the White Mountains. It was late, almost midnight, when Betty spotted the strange, erratic light. Barney, a World War II veteran and a grounded skeptic, initially dismissed it as a satellite or a plane, but the light didn't behave like any aircraft he knew. It moved with impossible speed and made sudden, sharp turns. Curiosity turned into unease as the object descended, pacing their car. Barney pulled over to get a better look with his binoculars. That's when his skepticism shattered. He saw a flat, pancake-shaped craft hovering silently just 100 feet above them. Through a row of windows, he could make out figures, not quite human, dressed in what looked like black, shiny uniforms, staring down at him. One figure seemed to be a leader, watching him intently. A wave of terror washed over him. He felt an overwhelming sense, a message in his mind, that they were about to be captured, screaming, "They're going to capture us!" Barney sprinted back to the car, threw it in gear and sped away. Betty watched as the craft shifted directly over them. Then, a strange series of beeping, buzzing sounds echoed through the car. A strange drowsiness overcame them. The next thing they knew, they heard the same beeping sound again. They were 35 miles further down the road, with no memory of how they got there. The clock told them that 2 hours had simply vanished. They were gone, unaccounted for. Arriving home, they felt off. Their clothes were torn and scuffed. Barney's best shoes were scraped down to the leather. Their watches had stopped working. And there were strange, shiny, concentric circles on the trunk of their car that would cause a compass to spin wildly when brought near. But the most disturbing part was the missing time. 2 hours of their lives had been erased from their memory. What could have possibly happened? Over the next few weeks, the couple suffered from severe anxiety, nightmares, and physical ailments. Betty dreamt vividly of being taken aboard the craft by small grey beings with large, rapping eyes. She remembered medical-like examinations where samples of her hair and skin were taken. Barney's dreams were more fragmented and terrifying, filled with images of those non-human eyes staring at him. Their distress was so profound that they sought help. This led them to Dr. Benjamin Simon, a renowned Boston psychiatrist and neurologist. He decided to use regressive hypnosis to unlock their buried memories. What emerged from these sessions was chilling. Separately, with no knowledge of what the other had said, Betty and Barney recounted the same incredible story. They described being floated out of their car and led up a ramp into the alien craft. Inside, they were separated and subjected to examinations by these strange beings. They described the beings as about 5 feet tall, with grayish skin, large, cat-like eyes, and small, slit-like mouths. These beings communicated with them telepathically. They took skin scrapings, hair clippings, and even used a long, thin needle on Betty's navel, which they told her was a pregnancy test. It was a cold, clinical, and terrifying experience. But perhaps the most startling detail came from Betty's session. She recalled a conversation with the leader of the beings. She asked him where they were from. In response, he showed her a 3-dimensional holographic map of the stars. It was a complex web of dots and lines, indicating trade routes or pathways between star systems. When asked to draw the map after her hypnosis, Betty sketched a pattern of stars that meant nothing to astronomers at the time. Years later, a curious amateur astronomer named Marjorie Fish took on the challenge. Using precise star catalogues and building physical models, she searched for a perspective from which our sun would appear as part of the pattern Betty had drawn. After years of painstaking work, she found a match. The map, she concluded, showed the view from a planet orbiting the binary star system Zeta Reticuli. At the time Betty drew the map, Zeta Reticuli was an obscure star system, virtually unknown to the public. How could an ordinary woman with no astronomical background have known about it? It remains one of the most compelling and debated pieces of evidence in UFO lore. The Betty and Barney Hill case is a cornerstone of ufology for a reason. They were not seeking fame or money. In fact, they were reluctant to share their story, fearing ridicule. They were a stable, interracial couple in a time when that alone brought scrutiny, and they had everything to lose by coming forward with such an outlandish tale. Their testimonies, recorded separately under hypnosis, were remarkably consistent. The physical evidence, the damaged shoes, the magnetized spots on their car, the subsequent health issues, all added layers of credibility to their account. Dr. Simon himself concluded that the Hills were not lying. He believed they had experienced a shared, elaborate hallucination brought on by stress, but even he couldn't explain the missing time or the physical evidence. For believers, the case is a landmark, proof that we are not alone. For skeptics, it's a fascinating psychological puzzle, a testament to the power of the human mind to create a narrative to explain a traumatic event. Either way, the story of Betty and Barney Hill forces us to confront the limits of our understanding. Was it a real encounter with beings from another world? Or was it a powerful psychological drama played out on the stage of a dark, lonely New England highway? The couple maintained the truth of their experience until their deaths. Their story opened the floodgates for thousands of similar abduction accounts, creating the template for the grey alien and the abduction examination that have become staples of popular culture. What do you think happened to the Hills on that fateful night? Was it a close encounter of the third kind or a complex trick of the mind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy exploring these deep mysteries, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content. See you next time. Hello and welcome to Myths, the channel where the line between reality and the unknown blurs into shadows. I'm your guide, and together we will journey into the heart of the world's greatest mysteries. This is your portal to the unexplained, a place for stories that ignite wonder, inspire a little fear, and fuel our deepest curiosity. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we are truly alone? Have you ever heard a noise in the dead of night and felt a chill run down your spine, a feeling that something ancient and unseen was watching? Here we explore those very feelings. We'll delve into the enigmatic world of UFOs and alien encounters, from the legendary Roswell crash to modern-day sightings that defy all explanation. We will walk through the misty forests of paranormal legends, seeking out the truth behind ghostly apparitions and cursed artifacts that whisper tales of their own. Each week, we will unravel gripping accounts of legendary creatures that haunt our folklore and our nightmares. We'll hunt for the truth behind the Loch Ness Monster's elusive shadow, track the terrifying chupacabra, and listen for the heavy footfalls of Bigfoot in the dense wilderness. But we won't stop with the classics. We'll also uncover lesser-known enigmas from every corner of the globe, from the icy whispers of the Wendigo to the strange and wonderful beings of forgotten mythologies. How do we do this? By blending chilling eyewitness testimonies, carefully researched historical records, and the latest in modern investigations. All of this will be brought to life with immersive visuals and soundscapes designed to pull you right into the story. We approach every topic with a healthy dose of skepticism, but also with an open mind. Think of it as our very own X-Files, part skeptic, part believer, always searching for the truth. But are these phenomena real? Or are they simply tricks of the mind, elaborate hoaxes or projections of our collective imagination? That's the question we'll be asking, and ultimately, you get to decide what you believe. This channel isn't just about me telling you stories, it's about building a community of fellow truth seekers and mystery lovers. I want to hear from you. Share your own eerie encounters and unexplained experiences in the comments below. Let's discuss, debate, and try to unravel these mysteries together. Your story could be the key to unlocking a puzzle that has stumped experts for decades. If you're ready to question reality and explore the shadows, then you've come to the right place. Don't miss a single tale from the edge of the unknown. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and ring the notification bell so you're the first to know when a new investigation drops every single week. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey. The adventure starts now. Stay curious and stay spooked. Welcome to the unknown.